In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
My inspiration is CR7. He's my role model ever since I've been a young boy. The reason he's my role model is because of his work ethic, his professionalism, his desire to get what he wants by working hard. So I try to emulate that the best I can by doing the same, putting in the work to achieve my goals, my objective.
Our final score there, 2-0, but there were other opportunities. Polion going had a hat-trick last game. What a save by Archibald. I mean, there was just no quit in either side, and there is an opportunity.
Representing my country on a national level means everything to me. It is the greatest honor for me as a player. I've represented my clubs, my community from a young child, from under 15 to under 17, under 19, and on the national level for the senior team is the highest level you can possibly reach. I aspire to play against the highest level, the best players. That's where you challenge yourself and really get to know what you're about if you're as good a player as you think you are. I am very excited for it to join the senior players, just get a feel for the environment and travel and play for my country.
28 years ago, I left St. Lucia to study in Canada. I got married and moved to the US, but I never forgot my roots. So when I decided to invest in the offshore business, it was only natural to have it done in my hometown. To have a successful business, I needed a bank. Who else? My first employer, Bank of St. Lucia. BOSL has been an incredible partner, supporting my vision of expansion and diversification in every step of the way. The Elite Builders Capital product has been a game changer for entrepreneurs like me. It helps us achieve the success we've always dreamed of.
Can we all please stand to acknowledge the national anthem of St. Lucia? Round of applause there for the participating teams. Let me welcome you to match 109 for this year's tournament. Denry coming up against CHOISUEL. Denry decked in the red and white, and of course the orange and blue kit belongs to CHOISUEL. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the game. Mind you that we'll be back here tomorrow. We have 2 games here tomorrow. Like Terry, they'll be playing South Cast Freeze, and Mabriana, they are down.
Welcome back to the Soufre Mini Stadium for our second fixture for tonight in the Premier League of the Semi-Pro Football League. It's going to feature CHOISUEL, decked in orange, versus Denry in their red and white. Elijah Williams back in your company alongside the man himself, Mr. Clivers Jules.
Yes, Eli, good evening to you and good evening again to all our viewers, wherever you may be in the world watching it. We come to you from the Soufre Mini Stadium. It's Denry again. CHOISUEL, two red hot, mid-bottom table teams. But
yeah, Denry just hovering around the relegation zone.
Oh yes.
CHOISUEL in a much better position than them. Of course, they'll be looking to see if they can eke their way into the top 4. With Central Castries just going down to Canneries. CHOISUEL in 6th position on 14 points. They're 3 points outside the top 4. So a win for them tonight, based on the margin, we either put them into the top 4 in goal difference, or they may just be outside looking in fifth position.
Yes, so a win for Choisuel would make things interesting around the top four vying for the playoff spots. Denry would need a win really to get themselves, just to secure a bit of safety, put at some distance between themselves and Soufrière and South Castries at the bottom there.
Correct. Let's get into team news for you. For Denry, Anton Richard, ever present in goal for Denry. Newton Marshall, Maurice Etienne, Marvin Matthew, and Ethan Stanley Andrew, and then changed back four. In midfield, Javel Fauché, Elijah Joseph, and Chuvius Okuli. Denilson Jones, he's flanked by Sherman St. Rose and Shaquille William. For Choisuel, Levant Modest in goal, Kadim Agdoma, Jesse Ja, Mavi Rizme into the back four alongside Hart Flavian, Johnny Louis, Covell Thomas, and Atherton Griffith. They make up the midfield, and a dangerous attacking trio of Hanif Antoine, flanked by Darrell Francis and Terry George.
Yes, Denry on change in defense, but some changes in the center of the field. Cheviers Okuli coming in, and of course, Eli, we spoke of that earlier this evening, a shot taken from a Denry on target shot, but we spoke of the management of men, management of your squad, the long season, and you coming towards the back end of it, the business end of it. How do you work around this, and what do you make of Denry and the inclusion of Cheviers Okuli and others in the lineup this evening?
Well, Denry played a few games in quick succession. They just played 3-4 days ago, and so you have to rotate your squad. I mean, it's, you're allowed to register 30 players. So in that scenario, a little squad rotation had to take place. You don't want to risk injury to any player just through burnout. And so it's a necessary thing for this Denry squad right now.
Yes, and Denry just trying to put some pressure early on to the Choisuel team. But Choisuel, they've played very well their last few games. Elijah, they've given a really good account of themselves. It's no wonder, no surprise that they are where they are on the table, because they've been working hard. They've played well. They've gelled well as a team. And as they did not start the season very strongly, but as the season has gone on, they've gotten a lot better. Choisuel. Yeah,
I cannot forget their first fixture at the Mindo Phillip Park, where they were thrashed by Mabuya Valley 5-0. That their second encounter, they didn't fare so much better. The scoreline was not as wide, but the body language, everything just, looked like a defeated team. And I don't know, your junior Philip, Mike, you got to give him some credit, because they went back to the drawing board and they've been in decent nick. They were red hot for a moment, kind of dropped off a little bit. But like I said, the attacking trio of Darrell Francis, Terry George, and Hanif Antoine, they can pose a threat for any defense in this top tier. So Choisuel will be banking on that. Of course, Atherton Griffith, who got into the squad after an injury to Darrell Francis, has retained his position through his attacking midfield play. So they have a nucleus of players that they want to continue working with and hope that they can ride all the way into the playoffs. Definitely so.
And, as they get to the business end of things, you just want to ensure that you get that energy, that vibe, and that build-up, that connection with your players, your midfield, and know how to respond to your and feed your offensive line. So you want to kind of set it up, but you still want to manage players well. Choisuel, they've been playing well. Denry now looking to get back into things, and they've played quite a number of games, in 3 or 4 games in the last 7 or 8 days.
I think 3 games in the last week, as we see Terry George trying to get on their corner kick. Can work in your favor, work against you, because
definitely
playing 3 games in a week, you may have some niggles, you may have to deal with fatigue, etc. But at the same time, that may also help tremendously in terms of your chemistry, in terms of of your fluidity of play. So let's see how that works out. Of course, Choisuel, they would be properly rested and they would have enjoyed the time on the training pitch. Something that Mike constantly speaks about, their sessions and how that has helped to, bring about what we've seen from this Choisuel outfit. Maverisme in the defense tonight. Very much utility player, all-purpose player for Choisuel. We've seen him play in attack, in midfield, and in defense as well.
Yes, a good player, Maverisme. A good asset to have in your squad. And every team need one or two of these players. If you have one, it's good. If you have two, really a bonus.
Atherton Griffith muscling up there. A little pirouette to get in between the two players and then loses out. Look out for Daryl Francis. He may just be the quickest player in the league. May just be. I don't know that for a fact. We don't have a speedometer to measure players' speed. But if he gets an opportunity to stretch those legs and run in, he'll be dangerous. He's also pretty good in the air. Combines well with Terry George, although they're playing on opposite flanks this evening. But look out for them if they can combine. And of course, Hanif Antoine, very good at running the channels. And he's been a striker in form for Choisuel. So a very dangerous front three. Denry will have their hands full with that trio tonight. Ball into touch. That pass cut out there by Jesse Jean.
Very timely interception by Jesse Jean.
There's Daryl Francis. Swings that one in swinger towards Terry George. Looks like a goal kick. Signaled by the assistant referee.
The defender, very poor decision as well, because he just didn't follow this one. He rushed to try to put it out. Thankfully for him, the ball had gone over the line. It would have been a corner had it not gone over before he touched it.
That's the level of respect that he's showing to Terry George, who was looking.
Correct. Not taking any chances with Terry George in the vicinity.
Denry doing well there. Well, Fauché losing out.
Oh.
Rizme with a risky pass. Dealt with by Levan Modest. George on the ball now. Left footer trying to get that ball into a channel where Hanif Antoine can run onto it. Not connecting this time.
Anton Richards comes around, picks it up.
New goalkeeper kit for him tonight.
Yes, definitely so.
I was watching one of the New Zealand cricketers in All Black.
All Blacks. Is that a victory?
illusion.
And the action continues here. The teams are just trying to settle down. Trying to settle down. Get a feel for each other, feel for the game, tempo, putting passes together.
Ball into touch for Dennery. Dennery has been very competitive throughout the season, despite the fact that they've lost quite a few games. I should say dropped points in quite a few games. They will tell you that they feel hard done by some of the officiating calls that have been made against them. And they've been pretty competitive in most of the fixtures that they've played, so they're not going to be a pushover by any stretch of the imagination.
I agree. That's correct, Eli. They've been very competitive. Just the results have not quite gone their way. And tonight they probably see CHOISUEL as a team that they can get past. Although they sit below them in the table, CHOISUEL has had a really good season as well. CHOISUEL, and they've had some good results too.
I think this CHOISUEL team has improved from last season, no doubt. They may just opt to try to bolster their squad in the off-season again.
And if they're able to do that, they definitely will be a lot more competitive in the next season. Corner kick to Denry.
I think tonight you can call us Police Maigwe. Without the fog.
We're in a battle.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're in a battle. We're in a battle.
Moment there in the commentary box. Corner kick coming in from Denry. A good corner kick. Ball fumbled there by Levan Modest and eventually bundled out off of a Denry player. That was a dangerous looking corner kick, outswinger.
Denry in possession now with Anton Richard.
And if Antoine just muscled off of it there, a foul called there.
And in the middle,
Renly Napoleon. Calls it back.
he was not quite ready in Napoleon.
Of course, if you're in the vicinity of Soufrière, we would implore you to come down and support the games, come and support the teams, of course. I believe Soufrière will be in action tomorrow night. That's correct. The first fixture for tomorrow is the Clary versus South Castries. That's going to be followed by Mabuya Valley versus Soufrière. So implore you guys to come on down and support semi-pro football. It's been a fantastic competition. Of course, the semi-finals of the Super League was just held on Wednesday. And we now know that Ancillary will be taking on Vayford North in the finals. Both teams have been promoted to the Premier League at the expense of the National Under 20 and Labry. So the Premier League is what's really on the cards right now. Just past the halfway mark of the league phase. You could probably say 2/3 of the way. It's 18 games. Teams getting close, if not, would have already played 12 fixtures, so 2/3 of the way down. So there's still several games to play, still lots of opportunity for teams to move up and down the table, teams to drop into the relegation zone, teams to come out of the relegation zone, and so to the playoffs. So the Semi-Pro Football League continues to serve up some very interesting scenarios, Clivers.
Yes, definitely so. And we're getting to the business end of the tournament, and now we see teams are being impacted by injury, teams are fatigue. Just this, a lot of things impacting teams. So it could change very, very easily. The table could change in the twinkle of an eye. At the moment, Leclerc sits on top. Mabuya Valley is in second place with Central, Gruzili, Choisuel, all of them hovering just for these playoff spots. We have Gruzili. Is it Gruzili? Viewford South is in the mix as well. They sit
in third.
Central, Gruzili, Choisuel, trying to iron it out for everybody jostling for position in the top four. Because at the end of the day, the top four teams goes into the playoffs.
Yeah, and if Antoine on it now for Choisuel. Just a little too much mustard on that one. Going into touch, he was trying to leave it off for Hot Flavia, the number 13 for Choisuel. Javel Fauché with an interesting ball in, almost got themselves in a muddle there. Inquest is ongoing.
In the end, the defender was fortunate that he didn't turn it into his own net.
Yeah. Could see the inquest going on. Who was supposed to be where? That happens. In as much as Maviris May is a competent player, you know, your central defense pairing is one you don't want to tamper with too much during the course of a season. That's an area where the chemistry must be at its highest level at all times. Nice interplay there by Denry, and a shot! That's one thing you'll get from this Denry outfit. They shoot on sight. Always ready to lock and load and fire. Foul there on Atherton Griffith. Griffith using a bit of trickery there, losing out. Elijah Joseph just caught there. Back up on his feet. Not too much in that one.
Shot coming on goal there from Denry, a rather weak shot, and Modeste able to deal with it with relative ease. This one's a bit too heavy, a bit too long.
Yeah, into touch there. Good to see Mike without his crutches. Was injured there himself for a little bit.
So he's coming back and now he's standing, and you could see him gesticulating, encouraging. He's very engaging as a coach. Mike is always there. He's more than a coach to the Choisuel team. He's a motivator. He works with them both on and off the field, so you can see him very involved all the time with this team. Is he originally from Choisuel, Mike?
I'm not sure. I have no idea. That's a good question.
He'd been in Grosile for quite some time. I always thought of him as a Grosile man.
Well, 238 square miles is not much.
It's not much. It's not much.
Strike there by Denry!
Oh my goodness!
Look like I think that was the Nielsen Jones, maybe, going in there, getting that one off.
I tell you something about that strike, Eli. An inch either side of the goalkeeper would have been at the back of the net.
Yeah, he did straight at Levan Modeste in goal there for Choisuel. Modeste will tell you he was well positioned. And there's Hanif Antoine running the channel there. And, nothing there, says Renly Napoleon.
It's a very good tackle. Very, very good tackle. Could not afford not to be. Because and then ball going out. So now we see the tempo of the game beginning to pick up, Eli.
Yeah, definitely. With Denry, it's always high tempo. Choisuel, they do it in spurts. Very calculated in terms of when they step up the tempo. It looks like an early substitution there. Look like Marvin Rizme, he's hobbling off. Hobbling off there.
Marvin Rizme?
Yes. So Killen Mitchell now in for Marvin Rizme. Unfortunate. Loose ball then. Denry pounces on it. Ball is in the back of the net. And a good thing that they scored that goal as well, because I think Covell Thomas it is for Choisuel. I saw him, try to stop that ball with his hand, I believe. And if he was successful in doing so, no doubt he would have been sent off.
Definitely so.
And it would have also been a penalty.
Having lost Marvin Rizme, it's a real challenge for them now.
Yeah, so Sherman St. Rose netting for Denry there. And Denry are in front by a 1-0 here in the 27th minute down at the Soufriere Mini Stadium. And it's game on, Clivus.
It's definitely game on. Denry has put their noses in front, and they've looked threatening in attack. They've been pushing and prodding out in front. They've really taken the forward line of the Choisuel team out of it. They know how pacey they are, how talented they are. They've taken them out and they've controlled the game. They look good in the first 20, 25, 26 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I concur with that sentiment. And there they are again on the ball. Nielsen Jones laying off for Javel Fauché, who tries to play him in again. Fauché had a little spell where he was banging in the goals from midfield. Well, has sort of dried up a bit there. But he's still very influential in terms of everything that Denry does.
Is the key player, Javel Fauché. He's been in and amongst the goals for them as well this season. And now he's really controlling and influencing things from the midfield. Then we continue to put on the pressure and hitting it from outside, Denry.
Elijah Joseph there trying to get on the score sheet. And there you see Darrell Francis, the pace, but not enough real estate. Runs out of field.
Definitely does. It's very pacey. But the defender matched him stride for stride, but you could see Darrell Francis just beginning to pull away from him. But he ran out of real estate, as you so correctly pointed out.
Throw in for Denry. Another throw in for Denry.
Oh, lovely, lovely. And Newton Marshall for Denry with the throw in. What is setting up to be a long throw. Again, CHOISUEL having difficulty dealing with the aerial balls in the area. Eli.
Good strike there.
And Newton Marshall looking to bend one around to the far pole. Deuxième poteau.
Yeah, CHOISUEL in all sorts of disarray tonight at the back. Ball played in through midfield, back to Jesse Ja and to the goalkeeper. Plays it down the center again. Napperton Griffith. Darrell Francis now on it.
And we see picking up something there, Eli. Darrell Francis having to go back almost into the defense to get any sort of service. You really want Darrell Francis and Hanif receiving the ball. Oh, this one flags up. But you really want Hanif and Francis and Terry George to receive the ball
in an advanced area.
In an advanced area. Because they have to, if they have to track so far back to get it, there's so much work to be done, and they cannot really, express themselves in terms of their pace going forward. So
yeah,
it shows that we want to correct that.
Excellent observation there, Clivers.
Belated offside call.
Wondering what was going on.
CHOISUEL, I have some support in the house as well this evening. Janine Louis with the throw-in. Long throw straight into the gloves of Anton Richard.
I was just about to say Kane Williamson. But it is Anton Richards, I'm sorry.
Yes, he's in the All Blacks tonight. He's in the All Black tonight. Yes, it would have been a catch had it been Kane Williamson. Might have been a wicket as well. Might have been a wicket as well. But it is Anton Richard. Newton Marshall again with another throw-in.
You have to be careful, dangerous. Playing with the ball at the back there.
I don't think they have enough of a goal cushion for them to take any chances in the back.
At all. There's Newton Marshall again. Way upfield.
Yes, Newton Marshall been running the flank from full back all the way to the front. He's been very involved in the offensive play as well as the defensive play. So he's running the whole line.
Yeah, a long throw-in about to come in there from him.
Can't be the first defender on this occasion. Oh my goodness,
Nice
what a
by
turn!
Jovel Fauché.
Beautiful turn from Jovel Fauché. He had the whole defense falling asleep.
Still there live for Denry, and all cleared out. Looks like a nasty collision. Almost resembling a car crash there.
This Etienne for Denry, the number 23, is involved in that collision.
Taxi and minibus.
Accident! Yes, speaking of accidents, Eli's been really growing in frequency on our roads in St. Lucia, Eli.
Yeah, I made the observation as well. I think we've had 7 or 8 major crashes over the last week. Unfortunately.
Today there was a major one involving a minibus around the Miku area.
Oh, really? I was not aware.
Yes, a minibus of commuters coming through from Vieux-Fort on the 2H route. It was a major collision. I'm not sure about the circumstances around that one, but I saw some footage on social media, and it was a major collision with many getting hurt in that one as well.
Yeah, we need to just implore our drivers to be cautious, employ defensive driving techniques. Of course, we have pretty good roads these days that may encourage drivers to exceed the speed limit, but because there are good roads, you just need to go at the speed limit. You'll get there in good time.
You'll get there in good time, good time, with everybody safe and you being safe as well. Yeah, so that's what
of
it
course,
is.
less speed means more reaction time.
Exactly so.
Particularly with the Journée Créole festivities, we just implore all drivers to be safe.
Nous avons demandé tout chauffeur machine pour prendre bonne précaution à ce chemin.
Oui.
Quand nous avons célébré Journée Créole pendant semaine ça là. So c'est une commission pour tout chauffeur machine.
Bon commission tout.
Definitely so. Especially those who are here at the stadium and those who will be coming to the football this weekend. As then we put this one in, the heads go up, but it goes into touch for a goal kick.
And Newton Marshall on the end of that one again. He's been involved in all sorts of things good for Denry so far in this fixture.
He is really putting his hand up, Newton Marshall. Eli, from my vantage point, I can see the ladies interacting very well with the brothers.
Yeah, of course. I think all ladies look for some good brothers.
That's correct. Brothers is one of the sponsors of the semi-pro, St. Lucia semi-pro.
Correct.
They go on special here at the stadium, don't they?
2 for 10.
2 for 10. So
Two
you
for
can
10.
get 2 brothers for just $10. Only at the stadium, of course.
That sounds a little bit immoral, but okay.
Yes.
Almost sounded like human trafficking there for a second. 2 brothers for 10, but no, he's speaking about a drink,
Yes, we're referring to
cider,
cider.
English cider.
English cider.
So that's why I would say something like, every lady needs a good brother beside her.
Oh my goodness. Very poetic, Eli. Very, very poetic. But the football continues, the action continues, and there's a throwing out to CHOISUEL. Goodness. The hunting continues as well.
It does.
CHOISUEL hunting for an equalizer. And of course, in the commentary box, we are also hunting, trying to keep our good friends at bay. I don't think that we are succeeding in that.
I hope they would be in Rodney Bay right now and we in Soufrière because I'm sorry to say. Oh my goodness.
What a giveaway! What a giveaway! And trying to fell it through the channel. He got it through and he's in on goal. Can he finish? Oh, just wide. What a miss.
Fluffed his lines there. Had to make some better contact on that. If he did, he would have gotten it into the bottom left-hand corner of Levan Modest's goal. But a chance gonna beg in for Denry. Opportunity to go up 2-0 goes by.
And Sherman St. Rose would have gotten his second had he been able to make some better contact on that one. Just wide though. But again, Denry just threading this one through the channel. Excellent work for Denry. Denry is having their way so far in this encounter, the first 40 minutes. And I'd say Denry has been in the ascendancy.
Yeah, definitely. CHOISUEL has pretty much been under pressure from the first whistle. Denry, of course, they have their goal, but they've not let up in terms of the pressure. We've seen teams, when they get a goal, sort of fall back in a defensive posture, wait for the opposition to come onto them and try to counter-attack. Denry has not done so. They've kept a high press going. They've been aggressive. And they look like the team that's going to score the next goal.
They definitely look so. So they're going in search of the next goal. They've made their intentions clear by their actions. CHOISUEL would want to do something to thwart their efforts. They have a free kick now, trying to get this ball into the area of Denry. And it goes into touch. Throw into Denry. So Denry is really mounting the pressure on CHOISUEL. We're 41 minutes, 30 seconds into the half, and it's been almost one-way traffic all the way through. And Javel threading this one for just a bit too heavy, but good vision for him. You could see the intention, trying to find get Sherman St. Rose on the end of that, not successful on this occasion.
Yeah, CHOISUEL have to be very careful there, Clivers.
Henry has given it away, and the pace, but Anton Richard is equal to the task. CHOISUEL has now they found the answer. They need to use the pace they have at the front. They've not been able to take advantage of that. And every time they do, it looks threatening. But Denry has been able to deal with every offensive effort by the CHOISUEL front line. But you could see the glimpse that CHOISUEL, they do possess the pace in front in Antoine, Francis, and George. But they have not been able to get them involved enough in their attacks.
I think when CHOISUEL was showing a high level of success, Francis played in an attacking midfield position just behind Hanif Antoine and he and George were able to combine very well. What we see happening now is they're on the opposite flanks. So it's kind of difficult for them to have that combination play going.
And I did indicate earlier, you see Francis now having to drop back a lot deeper. So ideally, he should have been using be just behind that striker to be that connection, that link between them, and to play better provider for them. He's having to drop too far, and then the flanks are empty. So they're really not getting it together tactically, Choisuel, at the minute. But we might just see that change. They're looking for the change. And now the pressure is on the defense. And now that they have lost Marvy Rees-May, added to they compounded the problems at the back.
Yeah, we see George and Francis switching flanks now, trying to see if they can find some joy. Maybe a little late. There's about a minute left in the half, and if there's any stoppage time to be added on, and a good ball in there, and again does not make good contact. He had more time than that, Clivers, just rushing it and fluffing it.
Yes, a lot more time. A fantastic ball found him alone inside the 18 yard. He must have been just about 15 yards away from the goal, and the keeper on his line, he was rushing just a bit much, and in the end not making good contact. The ball goes wide. So another let off for the Choisuel team here.
Fortin Griffith wanting too much time on the ball there.
Denry is almost winning every ball in the midfield. Eli Denry is running circles. Another ball threaded through, and the defense of Choisuel has gone to sleep again. Eli, the Denry strikers and midfielders having their way inside there, and Choisuel really missing action in the defense.
Yeah, but they need to make it count, though. They're only up by 1 goal. When you're on top in the manner in which Denry is, you need to make it count. You need to get yourself some goals to show for your efforts.
I do agree with that, Eli, because things can change very, very quickly. We're into the 2 minutes added on to the first half. Almost 1 is gone. And Denry still trying to get the ball out of the half. And that back heel finds the man, they're threading it through again.
Yeah, Shaquille William going down. A good defense. Corner kick. That might be the last action of the half, maybe. A few seconds to go still.
Yes, but Denry has really, the result of the half hasn't shown how much pressure Choisuel has been under from the Denry players.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Denry would love nothing more than to go in to the halftime leading by 2 goals, and one just into the grasp of Levan Modest. It's Hanif Antoine. He's not had much joy tonight. He's been chasing the shadows. Pretty much the time is up.
Yes. That you very well see the last action of the half, and there's the referee says play on. Denry still in possession. Probably trying to maintain possession till the end, and they've done so, Eli.
Yeah, and it's a 1-0 Denry leading Choisuel at the half, right here at the Soufriere Mini Stadium. We'll be back with more football action in just a bit.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
My inspiration is CR7. He's my role model ever since I've been a young boy. The reason he's my role model is because of his work ethic, his professionalism, his desire to get what he wants by working hard. So I try to emulate that the best I can by doing the same, putting in the work to achieve my goals, my objective.
Our final score there, 2-0, but there were other opportunities. Polion had a hat-trick last game. What a save by Archibald. I mean, there was just no quit in either side, and there is an opportunity.
Representing my country on a national level means everything to me. It is the greatest honor for me as a player. I've represented my clubs, my community from a young child, from under 15 to under 17, under 19, and on the national level for the senior team is the highest level you can possibly reach. I aspire to play against the highest level, the best players. That's where you challenge yourself and really get to know what you're about. If you're as good a player as you think you are. I am very excited for it, to join the senior players, just get a feel for the environment, and travel and play for my country.
28 years ago, I left St. Lucia to study in Canada. I got married and moved to the US, but I never forgot my roots. So when I decided to invest in the offshore business, it was only natural to have it done in my hometown. To have a successful business, I needed a bank. Who else? My first employer, Bank of St. Lucia. BOSL has been an incredible partner, supported my vision of expansion and diversification in every step of the way. The Elite Builders Capital product has been a game changer for entrepreneurs like me. It helps us achieve the success we've always dreamed of.
I will fit into the national team playing style because I always try to listen to what the coach say. I try my best. Even after I got now, I still research about the position where I have to play so I can just suit the coach style and what he wants from us.
Great move, he scores!
For my team to succeed, I plan on making every minute on the pitch count towards goal contribution.
Spend your life living BOSL's got you. Tap into your life anywhere, anytime with your BOSL Visa credit card. Spend your life living BOSL's got you. Live your life your way. It's your life, it's what you do.
It's been a great experience being here on the national team. I came in when I was 19 years old, then coach then came in. I've been working with a lot of the pro fellows from overseas. They've helped me a lot, not just as a player, but as a human self. It's been a great experience.
My journey into business began in one of the hardest moments of my life. In 2020, I lost my job from the hotel industry and my husband was temporarily laid off from his.
As a couple with young kids, at the time, we had to ensure that we had a steady income.
We decided to convert the lower floor of my home into vacation rentals. But we needed support to grow.
The credit union couldn't go any further and financing felt out of reach.
But everything changed when we were introduced to Elite Builders Capital, a product made just for us from Bank of St. Lucia.
With their help, we completed our last 2 units. 2 of our villas were inspired by our kids, Melo for Melody and Samo for Samuel.
Now we have 6 fully furnished villas ready for more guests.
Make it your own. Home sweet gets you any style of home. BOSL saying home sweet home with a home sweet mortgage. You are number one. Home sweet, home quest, home flex, home switch. See that new home, we get it. Home sweet, home quest, home flex, home switch. Act now when you won't regret it. BOSL. Bank of St. Lucia's enhanced home sweet mortgages are designed around you. Home flex, a home equity line of credit. Home quest for professionals building new dreams. And home switch, time to bring your mortgage home to us. Home sweet mortgages, make it your own. Home sweet, home quest, home flex, home switch. Need a new home, we get it. BOSL. For more information, call 456-6999 or go to bankofstlucia.com. BOSL.
Feel the thunder of the pitch, the roar of the crowd, and witness the rising of our nation. St. Lucia, this is the Semi-Professional Football League Season 2. 2 epic tournaments, 143 electrifying matches, 10 venues, 1 island, 1 heartbeat. From June to December 2025, 20 district football leagues will face off. Every match is a battle, every goal is a statement, and every fan is part of the legacy. Who will rise to victory? Play your schedule and be part of history. Visit semiprofootballleague.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for full match fixtures, live coverage, updates, and behind the scenes access. This is our season where passion lives and purpose leads.
Great move, he scores!
For my team to succeed, I plan on making every minute on the pitch count towards goal contribution.
Spend your life living BOSL's got you. Tap into your life anywhere, anytime with your BOSL Visa credit card. Spend your life living BOSL's got you. Live your life your way. It's your life, it's what you do.
It's been a great experience being here on the national team. I came in when I was 19 years old, then Coach came in. I've been working with a lot of the pros, the fellas from overseas. They've helped me a lot, not just as a player, but as a human itself. It's been a great experience.
My journey into business began in one of the hardest moments of my life. In 2020, I lost my job from the hotel industry and my husband was temporarily laid off from his.
As a couple with young kids, at the time, we had to ensure that we had a steady income.
We decided to convert the lower floor of my home into vacation rentals. But we needed support to grow.
The credit union couldn't go any further and financing felt out of reach.
But everything changed when we were introduced to Elite Builders Capital, a product made just for us from Bank of St. Lucia.
With their help, we completed our last 2 units. 2 of our villas were inspired by our kids, Melo for Melody and Samo for Samuel.
Now we have 6 fully furnished villas ready.
Welcome back to the second half of the game. Denry coming up against CHOISUEL. And It's 1-0 in favor of Denry. Shaman St. Rose made the difference in the 27th minute.
Of course, welcome back to the second half action live at the Soufrière Mini Stadium, where Denry they lead CHOISUEL by a 1-0. Very interesting first half, Clivers.
Very, very interesting, Eli, and welcome back to you. Welcome back to all our viewers, wherever they may be around the world. Denry really looked like the team with the advantage in the first half, and they've started the second just as they ended the first, already pushing deep into the CHOISUEL half.
Yeah, Denry piling on loads of pressure. The only disappointment they would have from the first half is that they would have felt that they should have scored more goals.
They really should have. There were countless opportunities for them to hit the back of the net. Certainly more than once. I'll not say twice, 3 times, but certainly more than once.
Yeah, I always want to have that additional cushion. In football, it just takes a second for the game to change. A red card, a penalty, a freak goal, good passage of play, and then all of a sudden your lead has disappeared and you're on the back foot.
And as you speak of an error, there was an error. Fortunately for Anton Richard, he was able to recover.
Yeah, definitely. Denry for good passage of play there. The well-forced ball goes in. Cleared, ricocheted back into the box, but then eventually cleared by CHOISUEL.
Looks like Denry's getting on the end of almost everything, Eli.
Yeah, they're definitely the team with more energy, more aggression. You know, we spoke in the first half and said Denry played 3 games in the last week, and that may work in their favor or it may work against them. But they look like the team that has the more energy right now. You would have thought that it was CHOISUEL that played 3 times in the last week and not Denry.
It's certainly so. And Denry, you can see the energy in the team, and really, I think it's because we did say it could work in their favor, but they've been playing, they've been engaged in more competitive football, so a little bit more match readiness. They're sharper than the CHOISUEL team would have a longer rest period in the last week.
Let's see how that plays out as the game wears on. Maybe that may start telling on the bodies of the Denry players, or maybe not. They've so far demonstrated that they're up for the task physically. So let's see how it plays out, as one of the CHOISUEL players receiving treatment. Can't make out exactly who it is.
But a win for Denry, what would that say in the table, Eli? A win for Denry would take them to 13 points.
Yeah, they'll be clear of the relegation zone.
Definitely so. They would move past. No, would they move past? Yes, certainly they would move past Canaries.
And don't forget, Canaries would have just gained 3 points.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So they would 13. They would just sit behind CHOISUEL. Yeah, Canaries would have moved to 15. Yes, definitely. So, but they definitely need the win, Denry, just to steady themselves out of the relegation zone, just to stay clear of it, if nothing.
I'm just thinking to myself, we not only do commentary, we do math.
That's
correct. Do some simultaneous equations there. Oh my goodness.
That's correct.
And if Antoine trying to hustle and hurry, and eventually his work tells, he wins the ball. Oh, good run of play there, and a foul just in front of the box. It's going to be a yellow card by Renly Napoleon, and rightfully so. He was about bearing down on gold.
A substitution for Choisuel.
As I thought, it was Flavian, the right back, who got injured there. Had to be assisted off.
Yellow card issued. Free kick in a very dangerous position. Eli, very, very dangerous. Good way for Choisuel to get into the second half. If they can convert, it would make this game interesting. Pull it back, and really level the scoreline again if they can hit a bit Anton Richard. But dangerous, just outside, maybe 18.5 yards that free kick.
Yeah, just there and thereabout. Not the ideal position. Normally, you know, players want it a few yards back so they can get it over the wall and
down,
under the
yes.
crossbar.
Over and under.
Yeah, so let's see how that works. Maurice Etienne, the recipient of that yellow card. A dangerous strike there. Looks like it took a little bit of a deflection. But as we were saying, Clivers, it just takes one moment. Johnny Louis, the goal scorer there, and all of a sudden the scores are level. Let's take a look at that replay. I think it took a deflection of the wall.
It did take a deflection off the wall and into the back of the net. Scores are level.
As we take another look in the slow motion. Yeah, it did take a deflection. Could have been a handball too.
It could have been a handball had it not gone in.
Yeah, but it's one goal apiece, Choisuel and Denry. And that's what we were talking about earlier on, Clivers. You have to take your chances when you're on top.
That is correct. Denry will rue the opportunities that they missed earlier on. Many opportunities. They got many opportunities. And Kenris has gotten just one free kick in a dangerous area, and they've made that count. And that might just be the momentum shifter and the game changer, really, for the Kenris team.
Yeah,
Choisuel. Yes.
Let's just see how Choisuel respond after scoring that goal. Will that up their energy levels? Is that going to give them even more belief? Because their front three is still on the pitch. They've not really been in the game. You mentioned earlier in the first half how Denry has sort of played them out of the game. So let's see if that will give them the impetus that they need to go kick on and try to do something special to get the points for Choisuel.
It's certainly, and of course, Eli, you see that maybe you mentioned that the tired legs might begin to set in for Denry in that half, and we just saw the injection of the pace, which actually triggered the bad tackle just outside of the 18-yard. Just the front line of the Choisuel team just rushing the defenders a little bit, and of course causing that tackle, which Renly Napoleon adjudged to be a bad one and gave the free kick. But Denry again with another corner, another opportunity to go ahead.
Yeah, keep an eye on Jesse Ja. They've already lost the Mavi Rizmi, and Jesse Ja there. Just checking on his lower leg area, it seems. Another player that they'll want to miss now.
Yeah, he's really limping actually.
Ball comes in to Deuxième poteau.
Deuxième poteau.
Quiet over the Soufrière Mini Stadium at the moment.
Jesse Jean is getting some attention now.
Yeah, I felt like he should have probably gone down. That was risky, allowing the free kick to be taken, or the corner kick, I should say, with him being injured.
Bit of a grimace on his face. Think he got a blow, or is it cramp, or is it something that he was carrying before?
No, I think he got involved in a tackle there just a short while ago and came out the worst from it. Looks like he'll be okay. Like he'll be able to carry on.
Yes, that he'll tough it out.
Hands on head there. Denry just missing that opportunity. He headed it back in the direction that it came, Shaquille William. But not realizing he was on the near post. So he headed it out into touch. Well, across the byline, I should say. You can see a little bit more energy in the Choisuel players now that they've got the equalizer. Clivers, let's see how that works out there.
It's just a bit more energy, just a bit more pep in the step, as they say. And long searching ball.
Yeah, Darrell Francis playing that one in.
Substitution there for Choisuel.
Corner kick for Choisuel. So things are changing. Choisuel now want to put a bit of pressure on them, on the Denry defense as well. Anton now asking questions, inquiries in the back for Denry. Anton Richard urging them on in his all black.
Look out for the aerial prowess of Darrell Francis, the number 9 for Choisuel. Very competent player in the air. And I'm pretty sure Terry George will be looking for him. Not the best delivery by George. Meat and drink for Richard. He's playing around there dangerously and ball one back. And Dennery gives it back.
Yes. It was gifted to them and they gifted it back to Choisuel. Choisuel just gaining confidence on the ball. Passes more accurate. Just beginning to put it together a little better. Denry still trying to hold on. And again, that long searching ball. The defense of Choisuel gets into the action. Long ball. Anton Richard is off his line. But he's gone back.
Alphaton Griffith there trying a trick. It's a corner.
believe Denry at this point, Eli would be disappointed that they missed so many opportunities, particularly in the first half.
George sends that one in and downward header. Anton Richard looked worried there for a minute, Clivers.
He looked beaten, really. And had this been on target, I might have found Anton Richard wanting.
Chicago William losing out there. Terry George rolling it back for his goalkeeper. Ball lost there. Denry.
Oh, could not add the icing on that kick. It was served to him well baked and ready to go, but he just couldn't add the icing. Went well over the transversal and into touch for a goal kick. A little bit more even in terms of the exchanges now. Eli, say, Choisuel putting some pressure, attacking Denry's goal. Denry's coming back, attacking their goal. So just the game just settling and a little bit more even. Denry's not enjoying the kind of possession they enjoyed in the first half, in the second half, early parts.
Yeah, goals change games, Clivers, and that goal from Choisuel has definitely changed the game. Denry players are starting to look tired. Maybe they're starting to feel tired as well.
Yes, which is why they should make all these opportunities count in the first half. And now even the passes look tired as well. Cannot get the sharp passes that you saw in the first half. This is gone almost. You can still see glimpses. They are able to move the ball into the attacking third, but they just cannot put this finishing touch on it. And they've not been able to do so all night, save the strike from Shamon St. Rose.
Denry with a little interplay and then losing out there. Throw in for Choisuel.
This one is too long for everybody.
You know, normally when a passer is played in a football match, somebody or maybe several people in the stands might say, for who?
Yes. And well, Fouché keeps toiling away, keeps working hard for the Denry outfit. I'm just thinking now, Eli, and it probably looks like the 3 games in a short space of time for Denry is beginning to take a toll on the players. Maybe they need an injection in the scoreline to change things for them. A shot on goal, and this one is just wide. I think Levan Mordes had it covered. Might have come off a defender. It did, and it will be a corner kick to Denry. Yet another corner for them. Can they make one? They need to make at least one. Make a difference, Eli.
Yeah, Denry. They need those points. Of course, a point is not a bad result for them. And the ball just flashing across there and again.
Oh my God.
Denry players with their heads in their hands.
Just needed a touch. It's another chance going to begin. Right across the face of goal. There wasn't a striker on the back pole, but this one just eluded him. And Denry players just as if to say, what do we need to do to get it in the back of the net? But they have gotten the opportunities and they keep coming for them. They haven't been able to beat Levan Modest a second time.
Then you're on it now. Francis pokes that one away. Deep in his half. Finds Griffith. Terry George now. Nothing doing there.
Good bit of defensive work. Kept his cool, kept his composure, and was able to win it for Denry. In the end, getting a throw in as well for his efforts. Denry again in a good position with Fauché can't, and he goes down rather tamely as well, Fauché.
And he knows it too.
He does. And no one is going to gift you a penalty for this theatrics. Long speculative ball. Choizuel comes away with it. They have numbers in offense. Choizuel. They have numbers in offense. And this, he was
offside.
Fractionally off.
Yeah, it was offside.
It was an offside. That's pretty elementary for the young man. He was in acres of space. He had enough time to stay on side, and just to take advantage of this one, he ventured offside. I think this is just an elementary error on the part of the number 23, is it?
Yeah, that's Terry George.
Terry George. Come down the ground, flicked on. Again, Fleetfoot Canries beating him for pace, the defender.
Yeah, that's Elva. It looks like he went down with an injury there. Back onto his feet, Riquelme Elva. It's been a mixed bag for Choizuel. He has had his games where he's stood out, and he's had other games where it's been a little bit wanting.
Even low, can't get past the first defenders. Long searching ball. Javel Fauché gets the second ball. Great tackle. Great tackle.
George probing there. And winning a throw in, is it, or a corner?
It's a corner kick.
Yeah, poor delivery. Not up to the standard that we become accustomed to expect from Terry George.
Expect the sprinters out there.
An ongoing battle, I tell you, Clivus. A never-ending battle. It's almost like the fight between good and evil.
Yes, it is. Kick to Denry into the area.
I swear the mosquitoes in Sufra are Shaolin monks. Played into touch. Glenn Mitchell there. See then a throw in for Denry, looking for that long throw, a very flat trajectory. And Newton Marshall is going to have another go at it. Well, Fauché exiting, Jaime Fauché entering, so very much an attacking change there. A midfielder sacrifice for an extra attacker for Denry in search of that additional goal. See if they can regain their lead. Too casual there by Marshall, allowing Francis to close him down easily.
Again, and I think this time he's there, whistle. There's a celebration. I think Denry has been able to make it. I think, is that Ethan Stanio Andrew?
No, that's me. Elijah Joseph.
Elijah Joseph, it is. Number 5. Elijah Joseph. Elijah Joseph. Denry had been asking the questions, and finally they have been able to find the back of the net. Rather scrappy, but still, Elijah Joseph able to maintain his composure, and Denry are going ahead again.
Let's see if they can hold on this time. Don't know what that celebration was about, but who knows? Footballers always have some.
And he was targeting some individuals, or individuals specifically, with the celebration. Might have been looking into the camera as well, so it could have been somebody in the diaspora. Sending a message nonetheless, and they do that a lot. Sportsmen in general have that kind of, always attach their celebration to something. So a lot of emotions in it, and Denry looking for a third, and it's on. Still in possession just outside the 18, and the shot comes in, but the Levan Modeste straight at him, and he's able to just pick it up nicely and fires it down.
And all of a sudden, Denry full of energy again.
It's almost as if they're just starting.
Combination play working well there. Foul call there. Denry definitely needs this win more than Choisuel does. But Choisuel, if they don't get anything from this match, they'll be very disappointed because the position that they're in the table, they're in with a good shout for trying to get into the top 4.
Yes, and the 3 points will do their cause very well to make things interesting mid-table. But Denry, they really need this win. They've been hot and cold, not even lukewarm, because when they're good, they're good. When they're poor, they're very poor, Denry. That's why they're looking towards the bottom of the table.
Denry actually conceding on average just about 2 goals per game. That's a little under that percentages, which is a far cry from the Denry that we saw last season, that only conceded 3 goals during the league phase, which was 9 games, and 4 in their eliminator, which ultimately got them eliminated. But 7 goals conceded in total from 10 games played. They've conceded over 20 goals already in this Premier League campaign.
Yes, so they have a very, very leaky defense, Denry. That's something they would want to correct as we get into the business end of the tournament. And they would want to do so in a hurry because that would save them from the relegation zone. As I said, just above it, just above it, they're on 10 points. If the results stays as is, they will be... No, they are on 12 points. They will be they're on 10 and moving to 13.
Correct.
That's it. Correct. So
correct.
If that result stays, they'll be moving to 13. A little bit of safety for them. But if things changes and they get 1 point from it, they move to 11. Just 2 points clear of South Castries, who sits below them.
So in there. Do we credit the go-ahead goal to Coach Eliza Markey? Remember, she just took Javel Fauché off and brought in Jaime Fauché in an attempt to... another goal! It looks like Denilson Jones, it looks like this time. And Denry are running away with the points here at the Sufra Mini Stadium. Goal in the 79th minute.
It's Jaime Fauché. This is exactly the question that you were asking.
I was just asking.
You were asking the question, and Jaime Fauché presented it on a silver platter to Denilson Jones. Pinpoint accuracy from Jaime Fauché, and well taken from Denilson Jones. We've wanted this and been asking for this from Denry. Just somebody to put the icing on the cake. And on this occasion, Denilson Jones puts that icing.
But definitely you have to give credit to the Coach Elisha Markey. As well. I was just saying, she took off a midfielder, put in an attacker. So you had an extra attacker, and it's paid dividends. They've scored 2 goals.
In short time as well. Very, very quick time. And they've moved ahead. 3-1. So a bit of a cushion now for the Denry outfit.
Yeah, I think it might be over for Choisuel. Might just be over for Choisuel. Clivus. Don't see them the fight to get back into this one. Body language already looks like they've given up. Looks like they feel a little defeated, a little deflated.
There was an injection of energy once they pulled the equalizer, but you could almost see that that, as you rightfully pointed, that the body language, the shoulders are beginning to drop, and it would really take a big effort. They'd have to dig deep, at least to pull one back. Just don't look the whole way through. Just look at, hey, let's get one back, guys. and one might turn into two by just pulling one back. The energy, the momentum might come back with you. But Denry has totally different ideas, and I think Eliza Markey, head coach of Denry, pulled an ace out of the bag with that Jaime Fauché on for Javel Fauché substitution.
Yeah, Jaime Fauché would have started the last fixture. This time coming off the bench. So good management there, good coaching by Markey and the rest of the Dennery coaching staff.
Jaime Fauché, this time just a little bit too long, just too close to Levan Modeste, who takes it comfortably. And throwing to Choizuel. Anton Richards just been gifted a card.
Think he wants to accept that gift?
I'm not sure. He has no choice.
He has no choice.
I think it was something he said, and Rennie Napoleon picked it up. I just issued the caution to him. Hey, get it together. I'm in charge here, Rennie says. Throwing to Choizuel. And anything can happen, you know, Eli. There's still time for Choizuel to pull it back. We've seen Mabia Valley pulling 2 goals back in injury time, in stoppage time. So there's still enough time for Choizuel to pull it back. But do they have what it takes? Do they have the fight? Do they have that instinct to pull it back? I am not sure. Time will tell.
Robust tackle just came in on Terry George. Pull up the shirt there. Spotted Aaron Lee Napoleon.
Denry would want to begin to close up shop, Eli, with a 2-goal cushion.
Can they? They've conceded so many goals so far.
That's right.
If I were Denry, I would just keep doing what I was doing. Not changing the script at all. Ball splice there.
Pinball stuff.
Really look. Friendly Napoleon saying nothing there. Francis. Combine with Terry George. So, decent cross in. Francis going for the spectacular nothing there. 3 against 1. Gets crowded out. Choizuel probing once again. They're going to do something, they need to do it quickly. Miscommunication there. Gillen Mitchell wanted that ball into feet, and Terry George opted in to try to play it in behind. Then we clear their lines. Ball held up by Jones. Jaime Fauché with a little pirouette. Denry now in complete control of this fixture. We're going to see it out just about the end of the 86th minute. Whatever added time Renly Napoleon deems fit. Button Griffith. It's a foul there. And that just slows the game down and eats up a little bit more clock.
Yes, of course, that works in Denry's favor. And they're not going to be in a hurry to take that free kick. Anton Richard needs to be careful. He can't take too long.
Yeah, there's a new 8-second rule. Within the open play, if the goalkeeper picks the ball up, you have 8 seconds to get rid of it. If not, it will result in a corner kick to the opposition.
Another free kick to Denry. Seconds being chipped away. Jaime Fauché, what a substitution Jaime Fauché has been in this encounter. Came in and really made a difference the minute he walked onto the pitch.
Yeah, big impact player, as we indicated. He started the previous fixture. But of course, you would think that's part of the man management. Denry playing 3 games in the last week.
Bit too much on this one. But precious seconds chipped away with that free kick. We're into the 88th minute. They want to keep the ball in the Choiseul half. Possession now. That's exactly what they are doing, keeping the ball in Choiseul's half. Is there a chance for them to add another one?
And interesting. Napoleon says nothing and looked to me like he got more man than ball there, Clivers.
It appears so. The touch was heavy. He went down in a heap, and which resulted in really a tame shot going through towards Levan Modest. Player stays down. Who's the player? Can we make him out?
Can't exactly. I think it's Shaquille William there. Don't quote me on that.
Substitution for Denry. Clears Ford comes in for a Newton Marshall. Just about wrapping up the 89th minute into the 90th minute of this engagement, and Denry 3-1 ahead of Choiseul. 2 quick fire second half goals, taking them 3-1 ahead. Choiseul still lurking, still searching for that telling pass, still searching for that goal. The defenders of Denry would have other ideas. And Renly saw nothing wrong here. Fired in this one.
And now Francis trying to find his range. Maybe too little, too late.
Much too late. And the Denry had done well. And we mentioned that earlier, Eli, that just totally nullified Hanif Antoine, Darrell Francis, and Terry George. They almost were absent in this encounter. So much so that Darrell Francis had gone back, all the way back, right in front of the defenders to try and pick up the scraps. But Denry had nullified them completely.
Yeah, definitely. You made an observation very early on that was spot on. Titanic trio of Choiseul sunk by the Denry defense tonight.
Of course, the injury woes for Choisuel did not help the cause, because the absence of Marvy Rizmi in the center of the defense is probably the reason why the scoreline is what it is. He was a very influential player to have lost when they did. Another opportunity for Denry, and it isn't. Is there a flag? It's another opportunity for Denry. Denry in stoppage time. Denelson Jones on a second occasion, he converts. Very well taken goal for Denelson Jones.
Denelson Jones at the double. Denry with 3 points and a +3 to their goal difference. Very much welcomed by them. They've left it late to score the goals. If you ask me, they should have had even more goals. But the scoreline does not flatter the performance put in by this Denry squad. They've left Choisuel in shambles. Choisuel looking despondent, not knowing where to turn. Might be looking to the official to blow this one off.
Yes, definitely.
Terry George for another searching cross. Goes into touch. 2 of the 4 minutes already played. And Denry's going home with the points, Clivers.
Definitely, I cannot see Choisuel coming back from this one. We're really in the dying moments of this game, and Denry sitting pretty, very, very pretty. 4-1. Excellent. Denry left the goal till the second half, really deep into the second half, but they played well from the start of this game.
Well, if Denry on the east is the land of the rising sun, Choisuel on the west has just seen the sun set on this fixture for them.
Definitely has, Eli. Of course, the poetic side of you coming out again. It's featured very prominently tonight. Almost everything you've said has had a nice ring to it. The sun has set for Choisuel. There is no coming back from this in this encounter. Possession with them now. Maybe they can seek a consolation goal. We're into the last minute of the added time. I might have a bit more added because there was an injury during that injury time period, so may get a little bit more, may not. But Choisuel really looking for the referee to say, thank you guys, it's a wrap.
Thanks for the compliment, Clivers. You're too kind. They say flattery gets you everywhere. But that's how it ends. 4-1 in favor of Denry. Stunning Choisuel tonight. I'm picking up all 3 points. Goals coming from Sherman St. Rose. He opened the scoring in the first half. And of course, Denry went into the half a goal to nil. Ajani Louis equalizing the 52nd. Only to be pegged back by Elijah Joseph, and then Denelson Jones came to the party with a double. And it's 4-1. So for Clivers Jules, I'm Elijah Williams saying catch you guys tomorrow.